a vibe now. This is more of an epic situation to be in because I'm listening to some cool music. What I was thinking, guys, about all this, what I'm currently doing as it relates to my life is I am currently trying to become a better person, like overall. I'm currently trying to work through some of the things that I have going on. I guess I can just give you live examples. I'm at a very weird point in my life, but that's absolutely fine. It's a great place to be because it is a place that allows for endless improvement. So, where I live, this is my room right now. Some like bike stains on the wall, you know, floor's always a bit of a mess. I leave my shit lying around, you know. Here's a cool thing that I kept from my previous project that completed this. This is pretty cool. If we like this is from 𝘠𝘩𝘳𝘳𝘦, which is a video I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of 𝘠𝘩𝘳𝘳𝘦. I think it's some of my best work. What else? I guess I don't really talk. I guess I can just sort of show you guys what is occurring. Also green screen and broken chair. These are just unorganized as fuck, and I don't even want to think about what's in here. Like what the fuck is going on? You know, is this a Xbox Lord of the Rings game that's never been opened? Like, why is this in a drawer with my underwear? And in terms of the song that we are currently listening to, Special Herbs and Spices, Lettuce by MF Doom. The Banter Dragon channel is a place of constant, or at least it tries to be, a place where things get done. So obviously right now I have problems. Right now I have issues that need to be addressed, right? Because I need to address these things, because if I don't address them I won't get to the place that I want to be, which is doing art for a living. What I could do right now with some of my issues is I could just choose a path, right? So like most people, because they're encouraged by their parents, and I did this for like a year, you know, is they pick a job, you know, the university, a field, and they go into that, and then, you know, at least then we have like income and nourishment, and then we get to the place that we might want to be someday, but most of the time they don't, right? Because at that point, the neuroplasticity of their brain, it has slowed down to such a point where they adopted this position out of fear, and then now they are stuck with this position because the fear has stopped them from thinking about their choices. I'm not afraid if my life goes poorly at the moment. Like, what have I got to be afraid of? I exist right now. These futures are so far off that it really doesn't matter at the moment. So what I can do is I can just continue to improve my life in the direction that I want it to go, which is doing this. And there are things in my life, like my body, my material condition, my unorganizedness, frankly, right? The fact that I am lazy, you know, I have an addiction to cigarettes. I still have an addiction to pornography. I'm afraid that despite how based and red-pilled I am, I have not sold that one out. It's as embarrassing as it is. It has to be said. These are things that stop me from getting what I want, which is to be in a place of peace, creating stuff like this for fun. And money also, please pay me. Subscribe to my new Patreon that I have. Seriously, it's like £2.50 and it would be a help. Like, you know, if you want, you know, it's there. But let me just say, if you're not subscribed to my Patreon, I'm a person, I don't throw around philosophical quandaries a lot. I don't throw around like misuses of words. I'm a guy who believes in definition. If you do not subscribe to my Patreon, I believe that you are unironically evil. You're an evil human being and you should be spat upon. But is that ironic? Right? Maybe not. From my position, anyone who doesn't help me out is like, you know, morally at best being ambivalent to my life, and at worst, you know, being evil. So if my moral system is based on what I want to achieve, I suppose anyone who stands in the way of me achieving my full potential is evil. So let's say, for instance, a government, or a corporation, or anyone, you know, yeah. Maybe my ex-girlfriend, you know, maybe no, because that's a neurological disorder that I can sort out myself. Anyway, 2 seconds. This video is also going to be extremely low effort. What you're going to notice is there are going to be 3 videos coming out in the space of 3 days, which are going to be extremely low effort, but they are going to, it's going to be a very brief series that I'm working on right now, which is basically, the purpose of it is to say that what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be releasing this completely of the wrong vibe. Okay, that was 𝘠𝘠𝘬 by MF Doom, and maybe judging by my facial reactions, you can see why I might bring that up, and then just proceed to make a jump cut here. Campo, MF Doom, but... Sorry, my brain's thinking about synchronicity right now, so... I may be developing a mild form of schizophrenia, unironically. Should be said, but I won't get into that right now. Perhaps that's another future vlog that you can tune in for. But I was saying, developing your own moral system, developing all these new virtues. I guess for me it kind of started when I read Appeal to Authority, when I read Thus Spoke Zarathustra for the channel, and then just sort of a lot of the stuff he was saying about how you should live your life, it was very much something that I agreed with him. I agreed with everything he was saying, but my life was a living contradiction to it. My life was a living contradiction to gaining a level of self-control. My life was a living contradiction to, you know, practicing what you preach, which is incorrect, and that's going to develop into a lot of malformed insecurities, a lot of issues that if you don't sort out, you're going to be in trouble, deep psychological trouble. So what you've got to do, if I agree with what this guy said, but you know, I only agreed with what he said because it was a reflection of my previous thoughts. That's why I was so passionate about it, because surprise, surprise, humans are egotistical about ideas. You know, if you came up with an idea and then someone of power also speaks about that idea, even though it was your idea originally, what I can go, well, okay, just in a way to get people to listen to what I'm saying, I can say, well, this guy who is important thought this also, and you respect this guy. Oh, you don't know who this guy is? You know, it's like, it's a dumb social game. I don't like playing dumb social games. I, most of the time, do not do that. I expect them to respect who I am for me in real life, but on the internet, you've got to like fucking base your personality around something that previously exists, which is an issue, and something I definitely don't want to do. Can you imagine being someone like 𝘠𝘀, okay? Like, let's be honest here. I don't know if any of you guys know who this fucking fat retard is, and that's coming from me. So, you know, it's like a real insult, because it's not exactly like I am a physical presence. It's not exactly like I am a physical beast. I am like a fucking skinny, like sort of like chubby guy-ish. I mean, I'm not that chubby. Also, my sense of style is whack. My sense of fashion is absolutely terrible. Just how it is, you know. I don't particularly care, to be honest. I don't care to indulge in that situation, but, you know, I am still aware of my looks. I'm still aware of the fact that I look a bit strange, you know. So, kind of attractive. Like maybe if I committed a horrendous crime, some girls would look at me and be like, this is a person who has demonstrated violence. And my female brain, which is obviously predisposed to finding that a little bit attractive, because I am predisposed to, you know, finding male qualities attractive and a universal, and it seems that violence is a male quality, you know, in the same way that like emotional connection, or sorry, emotional like understanding perhaps, or ultra like sensitivity is a female quality, you know, empathy on overload compared to men, who of course do not have as much empathy in a measurable way, like you know, without value judgment, to be at a level where they could, like, I don't know, understand empathy or something. How many layers of meta-textual stuff is this video series going to have? Well, let's get into it. So first of all, there's a canon situation that links all of these videos in this video series, and that is, like, I am, like, stoned a bit. Like if you look at my eyes and stuff, like that is going to be the connecting fiber of these 3 videos. It's going to be like the, I don't know, like the Stoner Arc trilogy or something. Like, when I'm rich and famous, you guys can name that for me. You guys can name that for me when I'm rich and famous. Donate to my Patreon. As I said, otherwise you're morally evil. Yo, Cyberlink Power Director 18, which is the editing program that is not picking up on this camera at all. Holy shit, 2 seconds. Definitely gonna have to turn that ISO down, I think. Let's have a look and see if this is the solution. This is the solution. However, the focus is a bit out of whack. There we go, baby. So, Cyberlink Power Director 18 is the editing program that I use. Something that I should definitely do is I should definitely, learn another editing program at some point, because this editing program that I am using, while I enjoy it, while I think it is fine, while I think it is a good program for my current life condition, is also a program that in the future will limit me from opportunities, because who the fuck uses this? Who the fuck uses Cyberlink Power Director 18? This is like a ratchet ass editing program, you know, that I picked up because it was like free and learnt it when I was 15 and just haven't really fucking bothered to learn a new one. So definitely need to get on that at some point. But this is... Hello, Merry Christmas, guys. It is it's the 25th of December. This is the Banter Dragon Christmas special, and I recorded this on Christmas Day because I was like again stoned, and I decided like I wanted to make a video on that day because I decided that, you know, self-improvement is a cool thing and that I should probably want to do that at some point, and that the only way I'm going to achieve what I want, the only way I'm going to achieve where I want to be, is if I am a fully functional human being. So you know, we'll get more into that over this series. There's a lot I wanted to say because I've been wanting to make this decision for a while. However, just so you guys know what will be happening over the next 2 days, the Banter Dragon Christmas special is it's going to be a 2-part series where in the first half I talk about general ideas such as creativity, art, and the second half is what the video is presents itself to be. There we go. That's kind of decent. It's kind of hard to like do that with both hands. What I'm obviously going to have to sacrifice for this like thing that I'm trying is I'm obviously going to have to sacrifice some level of quality. However, I think that I probably have skill enough to make up for the quality of the product if I learn on the go. So I shouldn't really probably worry massive amounts about the quality of the videos at these stages, because if I am also creating like products that are good, like just fucking great production value, and I created a decent portfolio, I will have those to show to potential like contacts or employers or anything like that. So yeah. So maybe expect one of these a week as well as the normal projects to continue, I guess. And these ones are going to be funny, like they're going to get more live action-y as it continues. This one is part 2, and it pertains to be a book review. Sorry, it is a book review. It is a book review of Machiavelli, which is in relation to my previous series, which I'll have like plop up on the screen now. hopefully with some sort of animated effect. Not sure how long this will all take. I kind of wanted to have this out for Christmas Eve, this series of 3. Christmas Eve? No, I kind of wanted to have this out for the start of the new year because it described itself as the Batman Dragon Christmas special, and it is. However, I wanted to make something special for Christmas, and I don't know if I'm gonna meet that deadline, honestly. I mean, I can try and be as close to the deadline as possible, but, you know, this is pretty ambitious, and I've only really got like 2 days if I wanted to meet that deadline. I mean 3 if you include this, and it is like, it's so light outside, but I got a new thing, you know, and listen, okay, it's hard. I got a new book by 𝘰𝘳𝘳𝘳𝘢, okay, and I love 𝘰𝘳𝘳𝘳𝘳 to death. I love him to death. And I'm a little bit stoned, you know, so it's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do about this situation, though? I wanted to read that book. It's an audiobook, though, so I can't listen to it. But if I listen to it and edit this at the same time, I'm gonna have some loss of concentration, right? Unless what I do is I mute this completely, look for the gaps in the video, swap it over at random, then watch it through one more time, maybe twice, including little bits and pieces of footage that wouldn't take more than like a minute to edit, you know. Then maybe, this is pretty long, so I'll cut the time down. Anyway, look forward to the next 2 uploads. See you there. Epic stuff.